Uh, may I now request our chief guest, Ms. Archana Varma, to give her thoughts uh, on the subject of the day, water, very crucial. I just gave her a brief introduction, but it's a long list of accomplishments and achievements, which when you hear her, you will get a flavor of that. Before that, may I request our fellow board member, uh, Rajul, to facilitate the chief guest. Over to you.
So, good morning, everybody.
Ma'am,
Morning.
up to your convenience. Would you want to know the kind of people have come? If you say, I'll take 5 minutes and everyone introduces, so that
would be nice.
you get
So
connected with who's there. So, very quick round of introduction, your name and the company that you represent, starting from this side. Let's go like this and come back here.
Yeah, hi. Hello, this is Gulshan from Lexru Water Tech.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Shreyansh Shah from Lexru Water Tech Private Limited.
Good morning, everybody. Narendra from Lexru.
Good morning. I'm Ajit Kadam from Purnima Water Technology, Mumbai.
Morning, everyone. I'm Varun Tandon from Water Management and Plumbing Skill Council.
Good morning, Chennusamy from Global Water Solution.
Good morning. I'm Ramita from Brita India Water Products.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Matthew from Techno Orbitals.
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Pragya from Havels.
Good morning. This is Satish from Havels India Limited.
Hi, good morning. I'm Vivek Sharma from Eureka Force.
Good morning. My name is Dinakaran Chakrapani. I am from V-Guard Industries Limited, Kochi.
Good morning. Myself, Shyam Kumar. I am from V-Guard Water Purifiers.
Good morning, Surekant from V-Guard Water Purifier.
Namaste, I'm Vikram Karunakaram from Delta Pure Water.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Utkarsh from Atomberg Technologies.
Good morning, everyone. Deepak Jain from Atomberg Technology.
Good morning. This is Yash from Atomberg.
Good morning, everyone. I am Uppal Mehta from Cosmos Water Solutions, Ahmedabad.
Good morning, everyone. I am Himali Mehta from Purosys.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Satyanarayana from Lucent Energy Conversion, Hyderabad.
Good morning, everyone. My name is PC Rao from Lucent Energy Conversion, Hyderabad.
Good morning, everyone. Madhur Mehrotra from Murugappa Water Technology and Solutions.
Good morning, everyone. This is Pushpa Joshi from Delta Pure Water India.
Good morning, everyone. I am Sona Ojha from Pure and Safe.
Good morning, everyone. I am Arun Bhardwaj from Pure and Safe.
Good morning. This is Amit from Pure and Safe.
Morning, everyone. This is Rakshit from Filtrex, Filtrex Technologies, part of Berkshire Hathaway. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Abdur Rahim from Green Water Concepts India Private Limited, Calicut, Kerala.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Rana Nanda from Delta Pure Water India Limited.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Shudip Sarkar from Drinkwell, Kolkata.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Dhanish and I'm from AO Smith India Private.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Satish again from AO Smith.
Good morning, everyone. I am Amol Amkar from Nichem Solution, Thane, Maharashtra.
Good morning. This is Muktesh from IAPMO.
Good morning, all. This is Sridhar from IAPMO.
Good morning, Yogesh Pandey from Lipure.
Good morning, all. Surendra Daksh from Lipure.
Hi, good morning all. Sanjil Arul from Lipure.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, Rajesh Mishra from Fluid Water Solution, Ahmedabad.
Good morning. This is Wasim from India Mart Limited.
Good morning. This is Gaurav from Water Sprint.
Good morning, Sudeep from Water Science, Bangalore.
Good morning. I'm Vivek from Water Science, Bangalore.
Good morning to all. Suresh Seswadia.
Good morning, everyone. I am George Correa from H2O Care, Kerala.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Gopinath from Pure and Safe.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. Myself, Piyush Ranjan, Director, Bureau of Water Use Efficiency, National Water Mission, Ministry of Jal Shakti.
Good morning. My name is Anil Johri. I am not from the industry. I used to be in BIS and retired as CEO of NABCB, Indian Accreditation Body. Privileged to be an honorary member of WQIA. Thank you.
Honorary member of Water Quality India Association, giving directions, how the testing, certifications, standards.
Yeah. Good morning. I'm Pawan Lapsetwar from Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, Chennai.
Hello, everyone. I'm Rajul Parekh from Alpha UV, Mumbai.
Good morning, Archana ma'am, and good morning to all the colleagues present here. I am Dr. S. Sridhar, Chief Scientist from CSR IICT, Hyderabad.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I'm Anupma, the Director of Water Digest.
Good morning. I'm Himanshu Budia, GSC Filter Private Limited, Chennai.
Good morning and welcome, madam, and welcome everybody. I'm Ajay Popat, Ion Exchange India Limited.
Good morning, Sunil Trivedi, Surgeon Water, Ahmedabad.
Good morning, Suresh Rekul from Eureka Forbes, and welcome again, ma'am.
Good morning and welcome to all. I am Neeraj Gupta from AO Smith.
Good morning, Umesh Agarwal from Pure and Safe.
I should also
Obviously.
So I'm Chandrasekhar. I manage Water Quality India Association. Welcome all. Thank you for everybody coming on time, and we will have a wonderful session today. Thank you.
Vivek. Good morning. My name is Vivek and I am from Water Quality India Association. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Look forward to you.
So good morning, everybody. What I could make of from your introductions, that basically you are into water purification technology. So that is the remit of the conference members present here, with a few of you from being government and companies. So first of all, I would like to extend my thanks to the Water Quality India Association. And they have such a funny name, you know. Generally, I don't go to too many talks. Whenever an invitation comes, I decline. So while we were, with Piyush and I were hunting for reverse osmosis ka kuch karna hai, recovery rate ठीक करना है, बहुत खराब है. So I came across one, and we made a WhatsApp group. So I came across a chatterbox called Chandrasekhar. So I said, which company? He said, Water Council Association of India. I thought, oh, it's like Bureau of Indian Standards. Must be for the water standards. So first of all, President Saab, I would like to compliment you and your board for having a name which is almost akin to a government organization. And that's how the conversation started. Otherwise, Chandrasekhar, if you had said live pure, heart pure, aquaguard, Eureka Forbes, it would not have started. So intelligently, you guys have, named your association, which almost sounds like the Bureau of Indian Standards. So but that was on a lighter note. But that's how I got introduced to Chandrasekhar, and we presently in the Bureau of Water Use Efficiency, we were going hammer and tong about recovery rates in the reverse osmosis process and why is there so much wastage. If there's wastage, why is it not collected and used for alternate works? Why isn't there awareness? What can we do? So we've had a very insightful meeting with, as President Saab has already said, with the association, both manufacturers and sellers. And now with Piyush, I'm hunting for all the AC manufacturers because one day I was standing at my house and I saw keep through the pipe, all my pani is going down and not recharging the groundwater. See, and the monkeys are kicking my pipe and all kinds of things. So that's how sometimes ideas come. One came from my kitchen when I visited and I saw water ye, that it was high flowing. So I put a low flow fixture. I bought a, who sent me, who did I buy it from? Something on Amazon, like a tank. And then I fitted it with my RO and I'm waiting for my RO to disappear. After some time, whether my husband doesn't give me the confidence to use, normal tap water, which comes from here, but I'm slowly bracing myself that, let's cut out the clutter and go simple. Maybe boil and have. But I don't know if I'll be able to do that. RO has its many advantages. I think it's one of the best purifiers. But the kind of waste it generates, it has to do something about it. And on that, we have also had conversations with BIS and MOFCC, who have all issued guidelines. But the thing is, whether we want everything to be, voluntary affirmative action. Generally, in these sectors, we want awareness and voluntary affirmative action. I mean, your company should know that you're wasting such a precious resource, which, as I think he has already said, that by 11, we have 4% of our water resources, 18% of our population, 18% of our livestock, 2.4% of our surface area, and our freshwater availability forever, which has been revised recently, but what we've been singing on long is 1126 billion cubic meter. And by 2050, what we've been saying, as per government estimates, because Terry has come out with some other estimates, by 2050, we will need 1180 billion cubic meter of water. So, with the fresh availability of water at 1126 BCM, which is always going to be there, however much we start augmenting water supply, unless, as he said, we reduce the demand, this gap of 54, 53 BCM will always be there. Or maybe with AI coming with supercomputers, that demand may grow more. We are looking into, this is a 1999 study. So people should realize that water, already we've seen that water can become a major source of conflict. Already we are seeing that, supercomputers, AIs, I'm not against growth, but I'm saying these are water guzzlers. So we may have newer technologies, newer industries. Thermal may not be the first in water. Right now, thermal power plants are 85% of water guzzlers, but it may so happen that, some other industry already, if when AI comes, it will have a strong impact on water availability. So, first of all, we have to ensure that, not only our supply side, but our demand side is addressed. And for some demand side to be addressed, before I come to pollution, I want to set the context. For demand side to be addressed, people's involvement is very, very essential, and people's awareness. Our Honorable Prime Minister always talks of whole of society, whole of government approach. he says that without people's involvement, there's a limit to which we can do much about water. Suppose you take a shower every day and then, just leave it, or while you're brushing, you leave your ear. That means you have not imbibed the awareness about water saving. So that is about the general, couple it with the adverse impact of climate change when you have excessive droughts and floods, and you are seeing that, this climate change is also impacting in the melting of glaciers, in raising seawater levels, and inundating cities. Like every day you wake up to headlines to read about the frothing of the Yamuna, or some place in Ganga or in some other river, you see microplastics. So who is responsible for that? It's not government, it is us mostly. And then we say that government has to manage this. So these are things which we create because we are very short-sighted and myopic in our worldview. We don't think for our future, we don't think of our children, that how would they be affected. The CPCD, the Central Pollution Control Board, I think now has reduced from 651, because a lot reduced from Assam, has now 351 river stretches which they say are polluted. But I am very also happy to report that NMCG, NRCD, and CPCB is doing fantastic work to try and stretch and clean our rivers. We have the NMCG, we have the lake conservation plans, plus there are humongous amount of civil societies and industry associations who are also helping in um, reducing the pollution of water. In fact, when I was holding these two stakeholder conference, which under BWQE we have done, I was very happy to note that some of the industries have, like really become exemplars in water saving technology. And they are so conscious that almost there is zero discharge. Even the Terry reports, but it's mostly the PSUs, mind you. Terry report says like NTPC and stuff, they are zero liquid discharge companies. So one thing is that regulations can help, of course. We have CGWB, Central Groundwater Board. We have CPCB. CPCB, measures the discharge level. CGWB has monitors this arsenic, nitrate, phosphorus, plus these pollutants which come from especially agriculture and the pesticide in. So plus the groundwater authority issues NOC. If you're setting up in an area which is a dark zone, then you won't get a certificate. So all those measures government is taking. In fact, whatever people may say about JJM, the fact is that it has been able to reach around 15.3 crore households out of 19 crore households in a very short time. So it is not a mean achievement. They say that I have brought the, what JJM has been able to 5.5 crores saved hours daily spent in water collection. That's the impact of JJM. 30% reduction in child mortality. Because, of course, water quality, who does it affect the most? I remember when I was a kid, I had a very weak stomach. So, all the time I had either diarrhea or dysentery. Because at that time, the water, whatever we may say कि पहले बहुत अच्छा था, ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. मेरे को हमेशा डायरिया डिसेंट्री रहता था. So, but because I was from a rich family, so I could take medicine, go, and get well. But there's so many people. So I've seen that, when you get too dehydrated, you feel like dying when you are a child. Matlab to, and even as a district collector, I saw कि diarrhea, matlab, the way waterborne diseases, the way they take lives. We keep talking about high-fi diseases, but waterborne diseases, because of the pollutants in water, takes lives. So that way, JJM has been able to reduce. I mean, these are estimates. You all may question ki sarkari hai, but they are not done by sarkari. They have been done by some, WHO things, um, which says that on public health we've been able to save around 47 to 61 crore annual cost on public health through JJM. 5.5 crore, I already said. 4 lakh diarrheal deaths, they say, they've calculated, they've been able to prevent. And 14 million disability adjusted life years has been prevented. And child mortality has reduced by 30%. You may or may not believe the data, but it's the fact that government is trying, because it's trying on all fronts: agriculture, industry. I mean, the impacts of water pollution on industry, agriculture, and public health. GDP, there are many studies which say that water pollution affects GDP very, very badly. They say that, moderately polluted river affects the downstream by, say, around 1.2%, the downstream. And a heavily polluted river affects the downstream in terms of economic growth by 2%. So there are many, some say ki water pollution in India has affected 6% of the GDP. I'm neither, saying yes or no. But the fact is that our economic growth, which is so important, aligned to Honorable PM's vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047, if water pollution or water becomes an inhibitor to that growth, that would really be shameful, because these are things, water pollution is something, which is so doable. Because the polluters are not the poor, the polluters are the rich. And rich have capacity, and I think they can do it. First is observe your industrial regulations. Ensure that, whatever the regulations are, whatever the BIS standards for drinking water are, or your regulation for discharge norms, or your, you know, recovery rates, try, like when LED was introduced, nobody took electricity, well, BE was constituted, nobody took it seriously, but now you have become electricity conscious. So time has come to become water conscious too. And plus, I'm happy because one of the way ahead is all of you sitting there. Technology. Technology, because the sample, one day I asked for the oxygen, what is it called? BOD sample. And he took sample and then it came back after 5 days scratching his head. This was a little time back. So that is the kind of technology we had. Of course, now we have a lot of technology, but I would urge that all of you, uh, just don't think, abhi whatever I hear is smart metering, this, that. Think of geospatial, think of machine learning, think of, data visualization as to how, real time, where is the pollution? Do we have a data on where exactly are the areas where there's heavy pollution, like visually? Do we have? Do we have that visually? I want to type ki I'm sitting at Habitat Center. Is it a polluted place or not? Do we have?
Remote sensing, the mapping gives some information.
No, there is mapping. So there need to be companies, or whichever companies are working on data and technology should work on this.
There's some data which is in the back end, so it's like pin code mapping. So this PIN code has a slightly higher level of PDF. This is a slightly lower. So that level
Is it
available,
open
but-
source or?
Yeah, it's open. So,
Okay.
so one of the agencies who's doing a very good work is CII.
Hmm.
So on their own initiative, they have developed an app called as WhatScan. So what it does is geospatial analysis. It can tell you about the level of water. They are also now working towards quantifying the quality of water, and it's been very, very successful, particularly amongst the industries who
Okay.
need to know that how their water levels are doing. Okay, so if the water levels are going down, what are they responsible for? And as a community, can they do things like water charging in order to improve this? And also along with that, addressing the water quality parameters. I'll share something with you on this because it's something very nice which is done made in India and through a body which is not for profit and for the benefit of
That's wonderful. We
industries
can
and
Piyush
all.
add him in our group, industrial association group. So, so thank you. At least there's something. So we in technology we just don't need technologies how to make more profit. कैसे और पैसे बनाए, इसको कैसे चीट कर लें, उसको क्या करें और इसको कैसे उल्लू बनाए और ये. We need more socially conscious corporates. We need more philanthropes. We need more, there should be no reason that in Indian growth should be without equity. If you look at the Gini quintile, which is the measure of inequality, there are, there are many people who are rich who don't have access. And it is our responsibility who have been given the privilege to ensure that at least equal access reaches all, and then you can talk about merit and stuff like that. But first is to allow access, and how water pollution or lack of water pollution is the biggest access indicator, because a child who has not suffered from waterborne diseases is a healthy child, is a nutritionally healthy child. 80% of our diseases are due to water. So, to allow that access, you must also think of how to ensure that poor get the same quality. Like, I am not even trusting my water supply in Delhi, and I've put an RO system, but the poor has no system. So, your technology should also not only, try and advance how you can make more money, but also how you can serve the society. We have this beautiful program called the Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari, which was launched in Gujarat. An honorable PM had also addressed. And this talks about, philanthropy, CSR, and building rainwater harvesting systems. And it is so easy. Even in our homes, there are bylaws which mandate that you build rainwater harvesting systems. And there are systems, it is so easy with purifying media that even at the cost of, for many of you, it may not be a big cost, 50,000. You can have a good rainwater harvesting system. In Delhi, they give incentives if you do that. There is mandate that if you have 100 square meter area and above, even in Chennai, even in Bangalore, everywhere. But we are also contributing, we as in I also, we are also contributing to the pollution as much as the agriculturists, as much as the industrialists, and as much as, you know, uh, yeah, policymakers, you can say. So, I feel that apart from, we of course need stronger monitoring and regulation frameworks. Like in RO industry, I realized that, there are some frameworks which are incomplete, which have not been, guidelines have not been strictly followed or issued. So that is being done. Similarly, in every kind of manufacturing. And mind you, water is also political. So before you accuse us that why are you not doing as much for agriculture as you are saying for industry, is because it's political. If I start saying more against fertilizer and pesticides and pricing, I will lose my job. So, but industries are because they are also the poorer people. Many of them, statistically also. Industries, yes, they have the wherewithal. I mean, I don't understand why we need to have 7 houses. Why can't we live in? Why do we have an abundance mindset? These days, I was joined a healing process, and they say that you have to have an abundance mindset. You have to, imagine money to get money. So why do we have to have that kind of mindset? I mean, where does it end? And all that mindset is creating this inequality. So, chodo agriculture aside, there we are trying to modernize the canal irrigation system. Government has, instead of, directly saying ki paise do, we are trying to build up water user association, modernize the canal system, go for micro irrigation, go for drip irrigation instead of asking for money. कि तुम पैसे दो, because of course there are many rich farmers, but there are millions and millions of poor farmers. But industry mein, I won't say anybody is poor, otherwise you would not have become an industrialist. So I think if God has been gracious to you, there's some payback which you should do. Invest in water pollution, in building these rainwater. Give money to Jal Sanchay Jan Bhagidari. CSR. Philanthropy as a concept has not reached us. I mean, Warren Buffett can give so much, but we don't. 1 रुपया भी निकालने में हालत खराब हो जाती है. बस कैसे निकाले, सरकार से कैसे निकाल लें. Many people come and meet me, hi, hello, and बहुत प्यार से, and then I feel कि अरे कुछ तो होगा, मिलेगा CSR. चाय वाय पिए फिर चले जाते हैं. फिर उसके बाद आते हैं कि मैम नॉमिनेशन पे मिल सकता है क्या ये काम. बोले हम लोग पास पैसे नहीं है, प्लीज गेट आउट. तो वैसा होता है. सो वी नीड टू स्केल अप. इनोवेशन एंड टेक्नोलॉजी आई थिंक इज द की अभी जो है, स्पेशली विथ AI, विथ मशीन लर्निंग एंड ऑल. हम लोग ये वाटर पोल्यूशन को जो देखने में ही, करने में ही एक बड़ा बड़ा ये मशीन लगा के देखे. फिर आई कीप सीइंग दीज इंस्टाग्राम हैंडल्स जिसमें इतने टेक्नोलॉजीज आ रहे हैं जो कम पैसा में ही फट से क्लीन कर देते हैं लेक्स रिवर्स को. बट गवर्नमेंट में, माइंड यू, इफ यू टू कम टू गवर्नमेंट, यू कैन नॉट से आई एम प्रिविलेज्ड, आई एम बेस्ट, यूज मी. यू हैव टू कम थ्रू अ टेंडर प्रोसेस. You have to come, you have to have been shown some good work done. Many people come with that entitlement कि मैंने इतना अच्छा काम किया है, आप बोलो ना उसको कि वो दे देगा हमको वहाँ पे. ऐसे नहीं होता है. सरकार में there's balance, check and balance, there's a tender process. और जो कि हो सकता है कि polluted and corrupted भी हो tender process, लेकिन there is the process which one has to follow. छोटा मोटा पायलट वायलट के लिए कभी कभी हम लोग दे देते हैं, वो भी फाइनेंस से बहुत झगड़ने के बाद होता है. बट वी आर ऑल्सो ट्राइंग टू हमारा एक R&D डिविजन है अपार्ट फ्रॉम BWU. वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक इट इनटू a division which fosters this new culture of entrepreneurs, startups. उसको एक कंपनी बनाना चाह रहे हैं, just like defense में है. But water doesn't have that kind of. Amrut has some 530 startups there. But these kind of disruptive technologies which you young minds can make through a process which we can help disseminate, so that water pollution, time is the essence. We need to have technologies जो water pollution को faster catch कर सकते हैं. Then capacity building and local empowerment. JJM में हम लोग ट्राई करते हैं कि women ही अपना नल ठीक कर ले, पानी ठीक कर ले. इसी तरह से we need to involve the people. I've seen even in JSA जहाँ भी रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग स्ट्रक्चर्स women को, सेल्फ हेल्प ग्रुप्स को दिया गया है और women bodies को दिया गया है. They have ये, या बच्चों को अगर समझाया गया है तो किड्स एंड वेमेन भी करते हैं. किसान जो हैं वो इतने इजी नहीं हैं, लेकिन FPOs के थ्रू वी आर ट्राइंग टू दीज आर FPO किसान यूथ, इन लोगों को वी आर ट्राइंग टू मोबिलाइज. एंड एक मैंने बड़ा अच्छा एक बड़ा अच्छा आर्टिकल पढ़ा था. आई फॉरगेट, आई एंड विद दैट. इट वाज अबाउट ड्रिंकिंग वाटर. किसी कंट्री में कैसे तो सॉल्व हुआ है, कोई अफ्रीकन कंट्री था. उसमें बोला कि दे हैव सॉल्व्ड इट थ्रू दिस फ्रेज ऑफ कैचमेंट टू कंज्यूमर. कि ये नहीं कि अगर पानी आना है तो यहाँ से आप क्लीन कर दीजिए. It has to be clean from the source to the end user. तो वो मुझे एक इंटरेस्टिंग ये है, that is weighing on my mind, this catchment to consumer. That is something which is interesting, that yes, मतलब वाटर को भी हम लोग ड्रिंकिंग वाटर को क्लीन करना है, रिवर वाटर को क्लीन, इसको अकेले ना समझें. कैन वी थिंक ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजीज जो कैचमेंट वाटर के सोर्स से लेके जब तक आपके हाथ में आ रहा है, इवन बियॉन्ड दैट, उसको आप क्लीन कर सके. सो इट्स अ वेरी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग फील्ड. वाटर पोल्यूशन इज अ वेरी ग्रेव प्रेजेंट डेंजर, एंड इंडिया के it is affecting us very badly, and therefore it's a major concern. Government is doing a lot. We also need to do a lot, and we need to have conferences like this. मुझे पहले काफ़ी बकवास लगता था आके कुछ बोल जाने से, बट फिर मुझे लगता है कि मैं बोलती हूँ तो एक दो किसी का माइंड तो इग्नाइट होता है, फिर वो कुछ तो होता है. आधा से ज़्यादा चाय पी के चले जाते हैं, मैं भी लेकिन कोई किसी का माइंड में रह जाता है कि नहीं इसमें कुछ तो करना है, विच इज़ बियॉन्ड सेल्फ, विच इज़ फॉर सोसाइटी. सेल्फ तो हम लोग सभी कर लेते हैं. आप लोग जितने भी बच्चे, इतने छोटे तो लग नहीं रहे हैं कि अभी सब कोई कहीं ना कहीं अराइव कर ही गए हैं. तो कभी सोसाइटी के लिए भी सोचना चाहिए, और वेट नहीं करना चाहिए मेरे उम्र तक होने के लिए कि अब हम सोसाइटी के बारे में सोचते हैं. So that is what. Thank you for giving me the time. I may have exceeded, but मेरा problem है, बोलने लगती हूँ तो I have that Bengali nature. कहीं पे मेरे को बंगाली खून है, बंगाली खून है मेरा कहीं पे. Difficult to stop me, but I will keep now.
Archana ji, as the president gives his thanks, but एक जो आपने point रखा उस पे मैं एक suggestion दूंगा आपको कि you must attend some of these meetings or most of these meetings, because I'll tell you what is the reason.
इतना भी सस्ता टाइम नहीं है मेरा.
वो हम आपको मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ not
छोड़ के जा रहे हैं. He is the main man.
मैं सिर्फ वाटर क्वालिटी नहीं मैडम, मेरा कहने का मकसद ये था कि जो आपकी सोच है और जो हम काम कर रहे हैं, ओके, टुवर्ड्स अ कॉमन गोल, देयर हैज टू बी सम कन्वर्जेंस. सो इफ यू हैव left two thoughts with us today, and if you, I know your schedules are extremely busy, and thank you for coming today. Okay. तो ये कभी इस तरह का इंटरेक्शन बहुत अच्छा होता है, because we are able to understand where you come from, and then we can align everything that we are doing towards a common objective. ये बहुत जरूरी हो जाता है.
Simple language and to the heart. Very, very nice.
जैसे आपने कहा कि
मैं वैसे ही बोलती हूँ चाहे जो.
So, ma'am, thank you very much. I think other than one interesting thing, other than the technology responsibility, I think the social responsibility angle is extremely helpful to pick up from this conversation. So, thank you very much for your time. बिल्कुल एजेंडा में हम देखेंगे.
मैं तो बोली हूँ, जो भी टॉक में मुझे इनवाइट करेगा, एक डिस्ट्रिक्ट को 10 करोड़ देगा.
We'll keep that in mind. Before you go, a small token of appreciation for your coming over.
One more for you. इसको ऐसे करना है. वाटर क्वालिटी दिखना चाहिए ना.
फिल्म फेयर की लेडी.
Thank you. One group picture. No problem. Take cake picture.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold your hand.